Hey, folks, welcome back to the Be the Bright podcast presented by Ridge Supply. My name is Matt Hawkins. I'm the owner of Ridge Supply, and I'm here with Jordan Spoon, who's the man behind the Instagram account of Ridge Supply Arsenal, which is our ambassador group. We're here live on Zoom, recording this available on YouTube for video or on Anchor and Spotify for audio. This is episode 6. We're answering questions from Arsenal members still that's submitted to us. And we've got a super good question today that we felt like deserved its own episode.
We figured there could be a lot of talking on this one too, and back and forth discussion about it. So this is going to be a long one.
It's a common question that people ask. And this question comes from Brad Millar, who's down in Austin. And he says, if you were only allowed to have one bike in your quiver, which would it be? A mountain bike, cross bike, a road, a fixed gear, gravel. What would you choose? So I'm going to pitch that question to Jordan. Jordan, if you had one bike in your quiver, what would it be?
So shout out to you, I guess a little over, probably about a year and a half ago when I rode with you, kind of pre-planning for the 2019 Buck 50. I had told you I'd been eyeballing a trail donkey. So you got me hooked up with the Rodeo Labs crew, and I purchased one shortly thereafter. And I've had it now for about a year and a half, just shy of a year and a half. And if I had to truly pick one bike to do everything, it would be that trail donkey from Rodeo Labs. I've put road tires and a deeper wheel on it and went out and crushed road KOMs. I've taken it on stuff that I've questioned whether or not my mountain bike would survive. So if there's something that, and if you want to go out and ride Croatan or whatever, it'll do anything. I mean, you can literally throw anything at that bike. So if there was one bike and I only had one bike and had to do everything I like to do riding, it is no doubt it's going to be that trail donkey. I mean,
and you set it up with you have two different setups with it, right? Don't you have like a road setup and a gravel setup?
Yep. So the way it's set up right now, actually right behind me, is it's kind of set up more in its gravel mode. But I can put bigger chainring on it, a little bit smaller rear cassette, put some slicks on it. I think I've got 28s on those wheels. So it can go like full road mode when it needs to. And I've done group rides on it. I've done a little bit of everything on the road, and I've climbed mountains, just all paved, and never seen any gravel. But, it's easy for me because if I travel, because I'll come down, ride with you sometimes, I can bring one bike. I can throw the trail donkey in the truck. I can bring 2 sets of wheels, and I don't have to worry with 2 bikes or anything like that. So for me, that is, if there is truly one bike that would just do everything I like doing, it would have to be that one.
Yeah, we could talk for hours about rodeo and trail donkeys, and maybe we should, but I love the way you have yours set up, and mine is similar. I have one as well, and I have it set up as a 1x, and I think I have 4 front rings now.
Yeah. I think I have 3.
Yeah.
So,
and I've ridden it all the way down to a 34, I think, and then all the way up to a 50 and in the front. And so it's been a cool bike. When I took it to Alpine Loop, I think it was last year. I had it was last year or the year before, I can't remember, but I took it and I had it set up super low gearing because I'm such a big load to climb that I had it set up as a I think I brought the 30, like a 36 front ring, and then in the back I had a 32, and it was awesome when we got to all that steep stuff and was able to scale up it. Yeah. And the only time I ran out of gear was when we got on the flats and Oz was on his road bike in front of me, just drilling it. And we got over like 32 miles an hour. And I was just back there like a sewing machine. I couldn't keep up, but,
well, this one right now is set up with a 46 on the front and a 46 in the back. So
nice.
1-to-1. So I can go up about anything I want, but I've still got a 46-11. So if I get in the flats, I'm not spinning out immediately. I can still roll on pretty good.
Yeah.
That is a cool thing about how versatile you can set that up, even in a one by. That I can do
That's
quite
cool.
a bit with it.
And we took it last year. We went to Silverton, Colorado on a trip. There's actually a film coming out eventually that's going to hopefully document all of that, which is an amazing trip. But what we were trying to do was show the capability of the trail donkey. And we rode all these roads that they're not super technical, but they're primitive mountain roads that, it's 4x4 only, no doubt. But the donkey, was incredible because it's not the best bike to use in that environment. Like if I were to go there with any bike, I would take a hardtail mountain bike.
Yeah.
But the donkey was plenty capable and survived a week of just the most extreme stuff ever. And it wasn't about like pushing the limits. It was about showing that you can take a drop bar bike that is got good clearance, good brakes, good geometry, and you can take it pretty much anywhere. And it was a pretty cool experience. So stay tuned for that. I hope we can share that with the world. There's actually it's like a full feature film, I think, that's
going to be awesome when that gets out.
Looking forward to that coming out.
All right, so I'm going to flip it back on you since we've kind of determined that it seems like the donkey is the one quiver ruling bike. What is your favorite bike? If there was any bike that you could have and it was just the one bike that you could go out and that was the one type of riding you did, what would it be?
Yeah, so I don't know if people know where I live currently, but we live at the beach, and it is flat. I mean, it's flat to the point where most rides that I do, I'll probably average about 65 feet of climbing on the ride, which is funny. When I go home to Virginia, just getting out of our driveway, it is over 100 feet of climbing. So it's kind of funny to live here. I've been here almost 15 years and I ride road all the time, but the bike that if I could choose a bike to ride, and I'm fortunate enough to own it already, but it's the bike I ride the least. And it's my, full squish XC mountain bike. I got a Specialized. I love it. It's set up like a dream. And if I were to just, if you just said, hey, what you got one day where you're going to go ride, I would probably be with my friends at a place like DuPont, and just enjoying it, like some flow, some climbs, some scenery, just, nothing too hard, too technical. I mean, I like doing that stuff, but it's not as enjoyable as just a day, just kind of sending it around.
Yeah.
And that's where
I would be on board with you. I mean, I cut my teeth mountain bike, and that was where I kind of found the world of cycling and got into racing. And that was where my first, bigger teams were and stuff.
Yeah.
So mountain biking to me is still my heart and soul of cycling.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
the road. I love the gravel. I love doing all that, but I'm with you on that. A good mountain bike ride all day, you can't beat it.
Well, good. Well, hey, we're in agreement. We got the same bikes, so of course we're in agreement.
I was going to say, you've got the same Epic I've got.
Yeah,
So it just looks a little bit different.
Thank you to Brad for submitting the question. We really appreciate that. It gives us some cool bike talk. We definitely we're gonna cover the trail donkey and rodeo in great detail at some point.
Maybe even get Steven on here to talk about it a little more.
We can flesh all that out. We got time. But episode 6, we appreciate it. If you want to subscribe down here to Ridge Supply's YouTube channel, please do. Next episode's over on this side.
And I think the YouTube thing is subscribe, comment, and give it a like.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, do all that stuff. All that stuff.
It helps us. It helps us bring you more of these.
Yeah, it's great. And thank you, Jordan. And we look forward to episode 7.